What's up, kids? It's David here with Solid X Dave. And what we got going on here? What we got going on here, man, is it's the beginning of summer. It's the beginning of that time of year when people be getting out of the house. You know, going down to the river, getting out of the city, going up into the mountains, out into the woods. You know, to be reminded, if but for a moment, that the world does not turn on our troubles. You know, people, it's that time of year, man, when people are getting out of the city, to be reminded that the world does not turn on our troubles. So this idea that there is a greater reality at our doorstep, neglected in us who are so caught up in the dialogue that consumes us. Us that are so caught up in the dialogue that consumes us. And yet, at our very doorstep is this greater reality. At the window panes, you know, at the threshold. And yet we can be so caught up in the city, in the language, in the dialogue of the city, that it is lost on us that the world does not turn on our troubles. So in Job chapter 38, starting in verse 28, it reads, "Has the rain a father? Or who has begotten the drops of dew?" You know, does it not therein suggest that at the threshold, at the very breach, that there is this greater reality? Hath the rain a father? Or who hath begotten the drops of dew? From whose womb did the ice come forth? And who has given birth to the hoary frost of heaven? The waters become hard like a stone, and the face of the deep is frozen. Can you bind the chains of the Pleiades, or loose the cords of Orion? Can you lead forth the Mazzaroth in their season? Or can you guide the bear with its satellites? Do you know the ordinances of heaven? Can you establish their rule on the earth? You know, if you will but for a moment, quiet the noise of politics, quiet the reeling factions of society, still, if you will, the dialogue of the city, consider that environment that greater environment which is apart from our opinion or the language of ideas with which we are consumed. Some will say that which lays beyond the city gates is a wasteland, a leviathan of the random, pining away at the amorphous aspects, only sometimes stumbling upon systems that give rise to nature's beauty. A wasteland of the aimless, thoughtless abandons. But if you will consider the environment in which we are couched, that it is a profound space brimming with portent. The existence of awareness has on these shores stood to behold even above our very heads, the moon which so perfectly eclipses our sun, that we as observers may behold. So keep in mind, if you will,
Yeah.
that when, if but for a moment, we are reminded that the world turns not on our troubles, keep, if you will, for a moment in mind that the rain indeed doth have a Father, who sent his only begotten Son, man, to pull us up. God bless.